problem in disaster recovery solution is not the systems itself, but the cost of the line between the two systems. That it becomes prohibitively expensive. In fact, the farther you go, the more expensive the line becomes, and that's why most companies don't do synchronous data replication. And without that, you're going to lose some data, regardless of what you do. What Axxana does is that you can still maintain the last leg of the data without sacrificing it in case of a disaster. It's not immediately available, but it can certainly available after the effect, so you won't lose anything. So there is no cost of synchronous replication. You can go with asynchronous replication, significantly less cost. For example, it's about 1/10 of the cost of a synchronous replication. But you don't have to sacrifice your data at all. That's the best part of Axxana, I think. So in the databases, Oracle database particularly, it gets recorded in something called redo logs. Those are the transaction logs. So even if you do replication, if you don't do synchronous replication, if you do asynchronous, the last transactions are left in the redo logs. So which is okay if you want to recover the file. But in case of a disaster, those files are gone, so useless. That's where Axxana probably comes in, because you maintain a copy of those data in a bomb-proof or disaster-proof container, so we can recover them without losing anything. And remember in one thing, in Oracle database particularly, consistency is important. If you don't have that last leg of the data, you can't have consistency. Oracle simply won't come up. You don't have to lose it because you have it available somewhere. The innovation part is that it's nothing but a simple storage, I mean, at the end of the day, but protecting it from the elements of disaster. I think that's pretty smart to do that, and that can be maintained even after the disaster has occurred. That itself is pretty good. Number two is that even if you cannot actually reach it physically, that system, you can get it over cell network or Wi-Fi, or being close to it. That's pretty innovative as well. And Axxana does, it puts a battery inside that as well, so there's no need to even charge it in case of a disaster. That's pretty nice to have that. Number one will be the no synchronous replication required. That cut down the cost by 9/10 of the cost is gone right there, number one. Number two is the flash storage. So you don't have to worry about spinning disks or the latency as a result of that. So you get a pretty good storage. It's not some low-level cheap storage. It's pretty good storage. And number three is that you got a replication software built into that as well. And particularly with the Oracle's FarSync solution, it works out great. It's made to that. And number four, I think will help you understand that it's not really complex. It simply uses whatever technology Oracle already has and augments it. It's not magic. It's not like something does out of the box, which may or may not be supported by Oracle. That's not true. It will be perfectly what Oracle will support, and that's a big advantage.